Okay, we need to make our Works Cited page, and it will eventually look like this. We'll have Works Cited centered. We will have our heading up here with our page number for the last, it's always the last page of your document. And we will have eventually 3 citations, one of which will be the novel. And so we're going to do this citation in MLA8 format. So I want to show you how to do that. We have to go to our document that we created and pretend that we have this page full of text and we're ready to do our Works Cited. So wherever you have the last period of your text so far, you're going to hit return to get below that, so that we're going to insert a page break. So this is one page. We're going to make it go automatically to page 2. So we're going to go up here to the top where it says insert. And so we're going to hit insert, go all the way down to where it says page break. See this right here, page break, and see how it moves the page, the cursor down to the next page. So when it does that, notice my page 2 is up here in the top right hand corner. We're going to center the words Works Cited. Let me scoot this up so you can see it. Works Cited, capitalize the W and the C, and hit enter or return. The cursor is in the center, so we're going to move it back to align left. And if you'll notice in the example I gave you, find it just a second. There it is right back there. Notice there's something called a hanging indentation. So that means the first line, it's not like in a paragraph where you indent the first line and the second line's to the margin. You have the first line to the margin and the second line is indented. So we're going to do that. It's called a hanging indentation, but we won't, I'm going to give you an example in just a minute. So here we are back on our document that we had created. And we are going to, what do we put here? We've got to find the author and the title and the publisher and the publication date. So what we do is you go to your book. This is the example of your book, the title page. You have the title, which is of the book, and you have the author's name, S.L. Rotman. And then down here you have the publisher. So you need that information to put into your document. So we're going to go here and we're going to type the last name, comma, first name, which we just have initials, and then a space. So notice it tells us that that's not a recognized name, but that's okay. We put in a space, one space after each period. So now the next thing we need to get from here is the title, which is hero, and this is not capitalized, but when we do MLA, we always capitalize the title of the book, and we put it in italics. That's MLA formatting style. So capital H-E-R-O, and then you remove the italics and you put a period and a space. The next thing that we need to have is the publisher, which is Peachtree. So Peachtree here is the publisher. Your book may be different, so we want to make sure that we use the one that your book has. This is the example. This one had Puffin. Okay, so that one was Puffin. The one I'm looking at is Peachtree. So let's do, I think this one is the one you all have, which is Puffin. So I'm going to use that just because I don't want you to get it wrong. So Puffin, and then a comma. And then we're going to put the publication date. Well, where do you get the publication date? You have to go to the actual flip side of this title page, and this is the next page here. I scanned it so you could see it on the computer, and you see all this stuff here. This is the Library of Congress cataloging and publication data. So you're looking for the most recent date. Notice it was originally published in 1997, but that's the original date. We want the date of the copy that we are looking at. So we want to go right here to this July 2007. We just need the 2007. We just need the year. So we're going to, this one was 2000. So that's the one that you would use if that is your copy. But I'm going to change. That's the one I was looking at. So if I'm going to do Peachtree, which is the one I have, that's the book I was looking at, comma, and 2007 in a period. If yours is Puffin, and 2000, that's what you would put. So that's the difference. So there's two different citations for two different copies of two different titles. Does that make sense? So you put the one you have in your hand. So that's the first one. That is the book. We'll come back and do the other one in just a bit.